Welcome to Mastering HTML for ASP .NET projects using examples. This is our step-by-step series specially designed for absolute beginners. In this series, we will learn how to use HTML effectively while developing ASP .NET projects through real practical examples. If you are new to web development or looking to strengthen your HTML fundamentals for ASP.NET, you are in the right place. Let us begin this exciting journey together right here on ASP NET and SQL Academy. The section element is used to define a section of a web page. It is a generic sectioning element and can be used to group related content together. The article element is used to define an article or a piece of content that can be standalone. It is often used for blog posts, news articles, and other types of contents. The header element is used to define a header section of a web page. It is often used to contain navigation, logos, and other header content. The footer element is used to define a footer section of a web page. It is often used to contain copyright information, contact details, and other footer content. The nav element is used to define a navigation menu. It is often used to contain links to other pages or sections of a web page. The aside element is used to define content that's related to the surrounding content but could be considered separate. It is often used for sidebars, pull quotes, and other types of content. The figure element is used to define a self-contained piece of content, such as an image or a diagram. The fig caption element is used to provide a caption for the figure. The fig caption element is used to provide a caption for a figure. It is often used to describe the figure or provide context for it. The time element is used to define a date or time. The date time attribute is used to specify the date or time in a machine readable format. The mark element is used to highlight text. It is often used to draw attention to specific parts of a web page. The B element is used to define bold text. It is often used to draw attention to specific parts of a web page. The I element is used to define italic text. It is often used to indicate emphasis or to set off text from the surrounding content. The U element is used to define underlined text. It is often used to indicate a link or to draw attention to specific parts of a web page. The S element is used to define strike-through text. It is often used to indicate that text is no longer relevant or has been deleted. The small element is used to define small text. It is often used to indicate that text is less important or has a smaller font size. The strong element is used to define strong text. It is often used to indicate importance or to draw attention to specific parts of a web page. The EM element is used to define emphasized text. It is often used to indicate emphasis or to set off text from the surrounding content. The cite element is used to define a citation. It is often used to indicate the source of a code or a reference. The Q element is used to define a short quotation. It is often used to indicate that text is a quote or is being referenced. The block quote element is used to define a block quotation. It is often used to indicate that text is a quote or is being referenced. The DFN element is used to define a definition. It is often used to indicate that text is a definition or an explanation. The ABBR element is used to define an abbreviation. The title attribute is used to specify the full form of abbreviation. The address element is used to define contact information. It is often used to provide contact details such as an email address or a physical address. The code element is used to define a piece of code. It is often used to display code snippets or to indicate that text is code. The SAM element is used to define sample output. It is often used to display sample output from a program or to indicate that text is sample output. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. Make sure to subscribe for more step-by-step tutorials on ASP.NET SQL and web development topics. And if you know someone learning HTML or ASP.NET Do share this video with them too. Stay tuned for the next part in this series and keep learning, keep coding. Presented by ASP NET and SQL Academy.